Hello! Happy New Year. You know what? I actually couldn't. I actually had to double check to see the last video that I did, and I think this is actually the first one of 2022. So yeah, happy New Year to everybody. Hope you've all had a nice time. I'm just looking at last week's Friday Waffle. I think there's maybe only one question, so it's going to be an extremely short waffle. I know I say that all the time, unless there's any questions. So yeah, listen, I just wanted to kind of check in, let you know that I'm still alive. I'm fine. I hope all you guys are fine. Hope you all had a nice Christmas and New Year. I, for one, as I mentioned in my last week's Friday Waffle, I'm not sorry to see the back of all the sort of festive period. Not a big fan of Christmas. I just think it's quite a depressing time. I think this year as well. It's I don't know. I think the fact that we kind of thought we were getting out of the whole COVID thing, and it's kind of all kicked off again. So that, coupled with everything else that's just been going on, I think it's been a pretty miserable time for everybody. But anyway, listen, the nights are starting to get a wee bit lighter. Not that you can really tell, but they are. So yeah, how is everyone? I hope you're all well. Let me have a quick wee look and see who's in tonight. If you're thinking I'm looking a wee bit beefy, yeah, I've probably put on a bit of weight. Like everybody, I've just been eating shit. I've been eating. People get you. people get you either socks or chocolate. And I, for one, don't like to kind of waste stuff. So it's just been every time you go in to make a cup of tea for yourself, you're like picking up, you're getting another few bits of chocolate or whatever. You're just eating garbage. So yeah, I've got a few New Year's resolutions which I'm going to talk about shortly. Colin saying more cases, fewer severe. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think that I don't want to turn this into a COVID waffle, but yeah, there is. Whilst there are a lot of people getting this strain of virus, less people are getting ill. From a personal point of view, and that's partly why I had a crap sort of holiday. My girlfriend, she tested positive. She had never had COVID at all until she tested positive last Wednesday, I think it was, no, last Thursday, and she got really ill, as in seriously ill. Kind of touch and go whether she could go to hospital or not. Fortunately, she's feeling better now. I didn't actually see her. I didn't see her for a whole, well, when did I see her? I saw her on Friday, which was our last day of self isolation. So it was good to see her. She's now negative, and I've done a couple of lateral flows as well. So they were both negative as well. So all good. So yeah, listen, if you want this to run for more than 10 minutes, then you need to ask me a few questions. I was laughing. My girlfriend, one of her pals, or one of her pals' boyfriends is right into retro gaming, into the old style video games, and she pointed him towards my channel, and apparently watched. It must have been a Friday Waffle. Apparently watched 5 minutes and said it was boring and turned it off. He said, "I thought it was about video games." Yeah, me talking about video games, never. So yeah, that's one subscriber I'm not going to get. Anyway, well, you guys think of something for me to talk about or anything you want to kind of hear about. I've I can't remember if I mentioned this in the Friday Waffle. As you know, I was a very very keen runner. You know, running was taken up. It was a massive part of my life. I started running seriously in 2010, just before I kind of started doing YouTube. You know, getting out 4 or 5 times a week, doing all these daft long distance ultra runs, and then about 3 years ago, just kind of before COVID came along, I think I started to struggle with running. I would go out for a run and I would actually struggle to get my breath. And I went to the doctors. I went to the nurse. They tested me for like, what do you call it? For asthma, hay fever. I tried not eating any gluten. I tried not eating any lactose, and all these things. I was trying everything, and I kept thinking, "Yeah, I've nailed it. I've nailed it." And then you would go out for a run and just struggle. And one of the biggest things, and I think this is, I said I'm not going to talk about COVID, and I am. One of the biggest downsides to COVID. Not that there's anything good about COVID, but one of the biggest downsides that I felt is the fact that we've lost. Evening LFC, how you doing, buddy? We've lost contact, we've lost relationships, we've lost friendships, and that kind of stuff. And I'm no different. You know, the guy that I used to run with, my mate Tommy, he, you know, we would run, like I said, we would go out 4 or 5 times a week for since 2010 up till about maybe 2 years ago. Huge part of my life. And then COVID came along and we've literally lost touch. I mean, I still see him on the very odd occasion, but it's evident to me that we're never ever going to get back that. I mean, he's in a new relationship and that kind of stuff. So it's evident to me I'm never going to get that back. So anyway, cutting a long story short, I've decided for a long time there, I was getting really upset. I'd be driving the car and I'd look out and I'd see people running and I just kept thinking that could be me, that should be me. Why can't I run anymore? And it was really getting me really down. But you know what? In the last kind of 6 months, I've done really no running at all, and I don't really miss it now. And I actually think to myself, you know what? I've achieved a lot, and when I was running, I have achieved a lot, and there are other things, there are other hobbies out there. So, yeah, I'm kind of up for kind of trying to get a new hobby. I mean, YouTube is a hobby, but it's not a full time thing. I mean, you want to be able to see people in real life, and I've always been quite a healthy person. I don't want to kind of turn into a big fat slug like I feel I am just now. So yeah, one of my mates, Kenny, he's been doing it's called Cook Soul, and it's a mixed martial arts. It's one of these ones. They do everything. They do like wrestling. They do kicks. They use weapons. They use nunchucks, and they basically do everything. If you imagine, if you take a bit of every single martial art and put them all into one, that's kind of what Cook Soul is. So he's been doing it for I say quite a long time. He's been doing it for probably 10 years. I think he's a black belt now, actually. But yeah, I was saying to him, and he says, "Look, why don't you come along?" He says, "There's a great bunch. There's loads of different age groups. There's kids, right up till I don't know, 60-year-old, whatever. So I'm definitely wouldn't be the oldest. So that's the plan. I was meant to start. Excuse me, I was meant to start last week, and lo and behold, the main instructor to self isolate. So yeah, the plan is to start that next week. I think they're going to be starting up a beginners class, which I'm going to do. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, that is it. So you better listen, and if you don't want this video to end, you better. Is there any questions? I haven't seen any at all. No, I haven't. Let me just have a quick look at last week's Friday Waffle. Just looking at the comments. Jamie, Happy New Year. Alan, spent Christmas on my own for the third time out of 5. So Christmas hasn't started for a long time for me. Yeah, I was kind of having a wee evening, Joe. Thank you very much, mate. That means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, here's to a better 2022. Absolutely. Mark is saying that lamp from afar looks like a huge beer. I couldn't actually get what you're talking about, Mark, until I looked at the video. Yeah, I think it's more the shadow. It does look like a massive glass of beer. Ian Hunter, hey Alan, I understand exactly how you feel this year, mate. I think everyone is below par with COVID and all this isolation bollocks that prevents us from getting together and enjoying ourselves. I myself am recovering from pneumonia, so this has been the worst Christmas and New Year that I can remember. Yeah, we did. I think we actually touched on that, Ian. I hope you're feeling a lot better. That was last week. I hope you're really feeling a lot better. LFC Gamer, Happy New Year, Al. Fingers crossed 2022 will be a great one. Yeah, I know it's a cliche, but it can't be any worse than the last two. So fingers crossed here. I think the biggest thing for me is the lack of having anything to look forward to. But yeah, hopefully if this COVID thing disappears, then we can get back to some new stuff. 8-Bit Steve, Happy New Year, mate. About the live streams, I have an idea which might be totally wrong, but maybe it's now getting a bit boring to you because we always ask for the same games. A lot. I'm guilty of that too. What about using your random game wheel picker and having that pick up the games you play? It might pick some gems or some total pish, but either way, it'll be fun. Maybe a thought. Evening, Matt. How are you, mate? Yeah, listen, Steve. I mean, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know if I really explained it well about the live streams and why I was kind of kind of fed up. Thing about YouTube, when I started doing YouTube, it was an excuse to get me to kind of play games. But then as I kind of got more into it, evening Ox, how are you, mate? What was I going to say? Yeah, as I kind of got more into the channel, I was trying to come up with sort of different ideas. You know, different some of the things that I've done have just been ridiculous. They've not worked. But you know what? It's fun to do. And then I mean, so I was quite late to the party doing live streams. I mean, I don't know when I first did a live stream. It must have been maybe I don't know 3 years ago. And there's no doubt about it. They're great fun. You know, you feel like you're kind of interacting with people. Um, but the thing is, when you're doing that, I mean, I don't mind this kind of thing, like a live kind of waffle. It's good because I'm talking and I'm getting kind of live interaction. When you're just playing games, I'm playing a game that you've picked, and there's no any real, there's no, what's the word for it? I'm trying to think how to explain this. You're just playing a game. You're not in 9 times out of 10. I'm probably making an arse of myself because I'm not playing it properly. But there's no creativity. There's no, you can't come up with different ideas to play the game. You're just playing a game, and I think it's fine for a certain length of time. Now I'm going to actually I'm just going to quickly touch on Bill Fox, evening Bill. That's a new name. Good stuff. Bill was saying, Happy New Year. Waffle questions. You might not want to answer this, which is okay. I'll understand. But do you think the whole China Minor affair has put you off YouTube somewhat? After this nonsense went on, it seems your enthusiasm for your channel has somewhat faded. But that said, I'd like to thank you for all your videos. I'm still going through them. Good stuff, Bill, and nice to have you on the channel. Yeah, I did. There's no two ways about it. I think the whole China Minor thing, it was, it was an integral part of this channel to begin with. You know, we always finished playing the game, but then it became a cliche of itself. And you know, Stephen Ornig, I don't mind mentioning him. I mean, whilst he was being extremely generous with donations, which was nice of him, it did start to feel very uncomfortable, and it was just getting ridiculous. It was getting ridiculous when I was doing things like Live Friday Waffles. He was asking for this game, and it just dragged on and on and on, and it got to a point I just got utterly sickened with the whole thing. And then even people constantly talking about it and making jokes, I just got fed up of it. I really did. So I mean, I think that possibly has kind of soured me doing the live streams. I mean, unfortunately, I did have to block Stephen. It wasn't something that I really liked to do, but I just did feel I did think it was very, very odd, the fact that he was in every single video, every live stream that I did, he was in asking for this bloody game. And then when I did the 1.5 hour special, he was nowhere to be seen. So I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if that was somebody just trying to be clever, but I've got no time for games. You know, this is a hobby, and I get bored very easily, and it's just that, yeah, wasn't interested at all. So I think, yeah, the China Minor thing did definitely sour it, and that's why I'm going to, well, not just that, but that's why I'm going to kind of cut back on the sort of the live gaming streams, because it's like anything. It's like anything. If you buy a nice bar of chocolate, and you maybe only get, you know, you buy a bar of chocolate once a month, you really enjoy it. If you get this bar of chocolate, if you buy 10 bars of chocolate, you're going to, it's all about the law of diminishing returns. Now, I should know because I got my economics O grade, or I got my higher actually in economics. It's ACDC, there we go, high voltage, yep, aux. um, and I think, yeah, I think the live streams, they went from being fun to just being a bit every Sunday. I was coming on and doing them, and half the time I couldn't even be bothered. Um, yeah, exactly. Erodian has summed it up better than I could. When there's always biscuits in the tin, where's the fun in biscuits? It's true. It's true, and it's the same with the live streams. I think as well. I was always doing the live streams from 7 till 9, and then I dropped back to 6 till 8. And then I kind of went back again because some people were saying it's not the perfect time. But see, at the end of the day, it's what works for me. It's not what works. I really appreciate everybody that watches my channel, but ultimately, it's what works for me that is important. And I found what I found when I was doing the sort of later streams as well, is I was, by the time I got finished and all that, I was kind of having to get my stuff ready for work, and I kind of felt like I was having to get ready and get to bed. So I think if I'm going to do a Sunday stream, I might actually do it. It might be sort of early afternoon. Well, not early afternoon. It's going to be. It's probably not going to be 7 till 9. It just depends. It might be earlier. It might be, might be 5 till 7, whatever. We'll see. We'll just do it as kind of I see fit. I've also one of my pet hates is social media. Now I know that's probably quite a thing coming from somebody who bloody is on YouTube all the time. Facebook in particular. Now I've been on Facebook for a long time. I don't know, 2006, something like that. And it's a wonderful thing. It really is. It's a wonderful tool for for sharing things. It's a great thing for getting in touch with people you've not seen for a long time. But I've found over the last kind of 6 months, the first thing you do, you wake up in the morning. What's the first thing you do? You go into Facebook. You're lying in your bed and you're on Facebook and you're going bing, 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 and you're just flicking through Facebook and you're thinking, why the hell am I sitting looking at photographs of somebody I don't even know? And then because I've been selling a few bits and pieces, I'm on a number of like for sale Facebook pages, and you just get absolutely inundated with people selling shite. And before you know it, you're sitting looking at all these things, and I mean, I've ended up buying stuff that I don't even need. And I just thought to myself, I'm spending way too much time. You can you imagine the amount of time now? My girlfriend she is. I know she doesn't really watch my channel. If not, she'll give me a row. But yeah, she does. Like a lot of people, she spends a lot of time in Facebook, and I think even she herself kind of realizes that it's not time that you're going to get back. A lot of the time, it's complete pointless. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I've just had one of these moments where I'm kind of thinking, I'm kind of looking at where I am at the moment. I'm thinking I've not got any interest. I need to change that. I don't want to waste time doing shit, i.e., being on Facebook and that kind of thing. So I've still got a Facebook account because obviously I still like to use it, but I only access it on my computer. And I mean, I was on it today, obviously posting that I was doing this video. That's the first time in like 3 days, and to be fair, there's absolutely nothing that I've missed out of it at all. Just quick, let's have a wee look. Uh, 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 uh. That's interesting, Ray. You're saying their diet is just as important as exercise. I'm strictly whole foods, and it really makes a difference. I've created over 200 recipes, wow, since COVID began. Happy to share them, delicious and healthy. You know what? That's one thing. There's a few things that I'm going to regret. I've regretted in my life. One of them is I don't read enough, and secondly, I've never actually learned how to cook. Um, my diet can be pretty abysmal at times because I'm lazy. I mean, I'm lucky from the point of view that yeah, whilst I do put weight on like everybody else, I do lose it really fast if I start doing exercise. I'm going to get back to gym, and like I said, if I start my kung fu, whatever it is, my kuk sul, hopefully that's going to I'll soon kind of get fit again. But yeah, I really need to try and learn to cook. I'm just lazy. That's the problem. Mark, whatever question, any retro gaming over the holidays? Not really, Mark. I mean, what was I doing? I've still been using my Xbox Series X. Absolutely love having it. I'm glad I've got it, but I've not been playing any really old games. What have I been playing? I've been messing about with that Matrix experience thing that I showed you on, I think it was the Hugman video. What else have I been doing? I've been playing. Yeah, I've got a spanking new Xbox X, and I've been playing Quake in it, the original Quake. What was I going to say? Yeah, my bar top MAME cab, the screen, it's got an LFT, LCD. It's got an LCD screen in it, and I noticed that the picture had been kind of getting a bit wonky. You were getting kind of lines, and the colour was kind of bleeding out of it a wee bit. Then it kind of go right for a while. But I noticed a couple of weeks ago it completely went. It was just, I mean, you could see the screen, but the colour was all over the place. So one of my mates, Neil, came up to the house last week, and we put a new monitor in. Now, unfortunately, although I was putting the same size monitor in, it's a different make, and because of that, it wasn't a simple case of just taking an old one out and putting a new one back in. There was quite a bit of faff. I mean, I'm saying Neil helped me. I helped Neil. I made cups of tea while he was doing the job. But yeah, Neil got the monitor put in. It took quite a while to get it in properly, get it all kind of leveled up. But it's a bizarre thing when you power on when you power the PC on. It's got like it's got like a loading picture, and the picture takes up the whole screen, which is great. If I boot to Windows, it takes up the full screen. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. But when I load up some games in MAME, the screen is like shifted to the left. It's moved to the left. And so you end up with this kind of about an inch black bar down the right hand side. Now, I know how you can go into MAME. You go to sliders, I think it is. You press tab, go to sliders. You can then like stretch the screen, but it's not that the game image is getting cut off. It's a physical screen image is getting cut off. So even if you move the screen as far to the right as possible, you've still got this black bar. Does anybody know an easy fix for that? What I'm thinking I'm going to have to do, which is a complete pain in the arse, is I'm probably going to have to take the monitor out because the actual monitor controls are on the front, and obviously I can't access them because it's all kind of behind a bezel. But yeah, it's weird. What I don't understand is the fact that Windows displays fine. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Apologies, I just perforated some eardrums there. Yeah, it's a pain in the arse. This Windows displays perfectly, but there's a big black bar to the right. The screen needs to be kind of physically shifted along. So if anyone can come up with, I've even gone into like load up Windows and then go into like graphic card settings, and you can kind of move the screen about. But that doesn't really seem to do anything. I wonder if I was to try and move the screen right across to the right, would that then centralize it possibly? Let me just have a quick look in case anyone's giving me any ideas. Cobra K Meister. Absolutely, Ray. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Evening, Holly. How are you? Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a nice one. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, we will be getting back down to. I think. I mean, there was not an awful lot that I could say was very good last year, but the trip to Arcade Club in November was brilliant. That was really good. Yeah, definitely. We will get another one. We will get another one organised at some point. Does the panel have an auto fit picture option? You know what? It probably does. I'm sure when you load a game, and I've never had this in the old one, or when I load a MAME game, the screen goes black. It then comes up with an auto fit option. It does come up with a wee kind of menu, and I'm sure it's set to auto fit, but it's not auto fitting. It's making it worse. I'm guessing I'm going to have to actually. I'm going to have to physically take the screen out and kind of have a wee play about with it. Right, excellent, Holly. You've walked in late and missed most of this call. Right, listen, Holly, I will give you a call. I will phone you. Excellent. If you could fix that, that would be wonderful. It really would. Steve's asking. I hate this question. How's your guitar practice going, or have you given it up like me? Yeah, you know what, Steve? I'm ashamed to say. I mean, my guitar is downstairs. I've still got the amp. I should do the right thing. I should sell it because the chances of me actually getting back, picking up the guitar again, is probably pretty slim. I keep thinking to myself, I will get to a stage where, you know what, I'm going to take my hat off because I'm sweating. There we go. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I keep thinking, I keep kidding myself on thinking if I keep the guitar, it means that I can still always take it up. But the chances of me actually doing that is probably next to zero. Wait a minute, that's annoying me. That's annoying me. Oh man, that's annoying me. Seen too much shiny head. There we go. Um, yeah, maybe at one point, Steve, I will get back to it, but I don't know. It's weird. You think when you get to a certain age, you're going to have loads of time. For me, I feel like I've got less and less. Well, technically, I have got less and less time until I kick the bucket, but it just feels that like my average day seems to absolutely fly in. It's weird. Right, Mark saying make allows you set any what's that? Set any resolution. Right. How do I set any resolution and stretch? Use that to set it the same as Windows. So what is there an option? So I'm just going to bring up Mark's question or thing me. Is there an option in MAME itself? It's Windows MAME that I use. Is there an option? In fact, tell you what, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that over there, like so. And I'm going to share. There we go. Right, there's my MAME. I can hide that. Right, so is there an option somewhere that allows me to just notice the beard isn't black. Yeah, I did go. Whoops, a daisy. I did go a bit over the top with that. Right, is there an option up here somewhere? Default game options. So, I think my Windows, because it's an old, it's set. I think it's set to. Is it 1078 by whatever it is? So what should I do? Is there an option here that I should be doing? Running a window, starting maximized. Advanced. screen. Right, so what do I want that to? Now, I noticed, wait a minute. Right, I noticed, I mean, this is obviously it's on my main cab here. It's on my main cab, it's not in this one. View mode, what's that? Standard. So, is there something here that I should switch resolutions to fit, possibly? I don't know. See, I notice here it's not letting you, resolution is not letting you change that. Change from auto to your screen resolution. See, in this particular one here, it's not letting me, do that. So you reckon, if I untick that, no, maybe do, no, I better put that back to that, I think. Yeah, this, for some weird reason, this isn't letting me do that. You'll see their resolution is set to, size is set to auto. Yeah, it's probably slightly too small for you guys to actually see. Right, listen, what I'll do is I'll give that a go. See if that makes any difference. See what that's set to. I'll have a wee play about with it. But if not, Holly, I will give you a shout. I'll give you a wee shout, and you see if you can maybe solve it. Right, listen, you know what I'm going to do? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to have a shot of Berserk. What's Matt saying? I keep buying synthesizers and music stuff. Needs to learn how to use them. Right, let's have a go at this. It's been a long time since I've played this. It really has. I got an email from what do you call it, Insomnia, which is a kind of video games event. I think it's down in Birmingham. So yeah, me and my daughter, we've gone. I think it's either 2 or 3 of them in the past. Evening ZX. No, you know what? I'm actually depressed that I'm doing this. Ah, right. There's no sound because I've not shared it. Hang on. There we go, and it's just time for. No worries, Steve. You know what? In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have a shot of Cavalon, just because I can. Yeah, I really. Cavalon's a great wee game. Right, hang on, hide. Come out of that. Right, let's load up Cavalon. Yeah, I have got a few. In fact, there's a couple there actually. I've got a few videos that I will be getting put out later this week. Like I said, I want to kind of get back to just doing regular videos again. Cavalon. Yeah, this was. Let's load the original tape just because we can. I don't know why I would even do that. It's just because I'm a complete nerd. Yeah, this was the one I had. Whoops, I've just done warp. This was the game that. This was a game I think I had. I think I bought it and it didn't load. I took it back. I got another one. It didn't load. I think I ended up with something like 3 or 4. Right, okay, I'm bored now. Let's just do a quick warp. I think I ended up with something like 3 or 4 copies of the game. I love the music in this. Look at the little girl at the top waving her little stick legs. Pa-pum, pa-pum. Yeah, the thing I was trying to get over in my video and I don't think I succeeded. Like that there, that is looking at that, you think you've not actually moved up, but you have. That's how it appears. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like you're actually in line with the screen, if that makes any sense. F5. You know what's a really bizarre key to press to activate that? F5. That is a weird. Why didn't you do... you know what, Ox? Yeah, I did see your comment. I didn't actually know there was a Cavalon 2. I'll give that a go after this, actually. Yeah, pressing F5 is an utterly bizarre key. Oh, bollocks. Why did I die there? Yeah, I did wrongly say that it was Hunchback. Hunchback was made by Century, which I knew. Ah, bollocks. Yeah, I'm not quite sure he looks like a knight. He looks like, I don't know. I don't know what he looks. You know, it actually looks like a robot out of Robot Wars. Let's pick that up if we can. Oh! Ah, bollocks. You're joking. Wait a minute. You can run into your own bullets. Are you? Is that right? Seriously? Let me try it. No, I don't know. You could run into your own bullets. No, I don't think you can, Ox. Right, tell you what. Right, I'm going to come out of this. Let's give... oops. Let's give Cavalon 2 a go. Oh, there we go. Cavalon 64. Cavalon 2 by Jetsoft. Ah. Why? Did this actually come out from Ocean? I wonder. Let's have a wee look. Advert. Oh, it actually came out from Jetsoft himself. Didn't even know that was a thing. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I just load the right game there? Cavalon 2. I'll do a wee bit of warp. Oh, hang on. Right, this. Move lever. Oh, right, okay, right. Wait a minute, they've gone for exactly the same. Is that title screen identical to the other one? Wait a minute, I want to have a look at this. Yeah, they've got. That's a bit bloody cheeky. It's almost exactly the same. There you go. Right, anyway, let's give this one a go. Come on, how do we start? Try a different joystick. F3, one player game. Ah, is it kind of more jousty type thing, is it? Wait a minute, it's even got the same. It's even got the same sprite. What the hell happened there? It's like Cavalon meets Chucky Egg. It's weird. It's just they've taken the same game. They've just kind of changed the perspective of it. That's weird. Oh, let's get that. Right, wait a minute. I've now turned into I'm now on a goose or something. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, Simon, this is the C64 apparently. Alright, I don't like how it puts you right back to the very start. Can you die when you fall? No, you don't. Run! Have we found a new China miner? No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, they've just basically they've kind of taken the same code here and just well, certainly they've taken the same code from the title screen anyway. I don't know what that ghost thing's doing. Right, why can't I fire? Fire button doesn't actually fire. Fire button just does makes you jump. Oh, get that. Right, what a bizarre game. It's almost like they've taken this, they've just used the same code and just kind of redone the graphics. It's weird. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bugger off. What the hell is that anyway? It's some kind of hawk or phoenix, whatever it is. I don't know. Right, anyway, right, enough of that. How do we come out of this? Right, let's come out. Listen, guys, anyway, I'm going to get going. Like I said, it was just, I just wanted to kind of catch up with you lot. I'm going to unshare this because it has been, I've not done many videos in the last couple of weeks. What was that game where you turned into a swan to get to the other parts of the screen? I don't remember that one at all. Don't remember that one at all, Matt. You're not thinking of like, no, you're not thinking of, no, you're not thinking of Joust. I can't actually think of that one at all. Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to touch base with you lot. Wish you all a happy new year. Tell you that I'm not dead. I will be back. Like I says, the live streams are not going to be as is reoccurring. You know, probably I would say probably one every couple of weeks, but it just depends what I'm up to as well. You know what I mean? But I have got plans to get some more videos out. I want to try and get at least maybe 2-3 videos out per week. So listen, guys, I'm going to go. It's a school night after all, school tomorrow. So yeah, listen, thanks to everybody that's supported my channel over the last what would that be, 8 years, I think. Yeah. Special big thanks to those that have just kind of joined me. You know, I always appreciate everybody that takes time to watch my videos. Shit that they are anyway. So listen, guys, I'm going to see if I can fix my main cab. If I can't, I'm going to phone Holly. So listen, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you soon.